As all you hooties who play video games know, it's hard to stay focused on life when you find a game you want to spend your time on. My example being now starting to play No Man's Sky for the first time, and having a fun time creating all my Hooted equipment, well, the best I can. Pretty ironic that I chosen this episode of King of the Hill to discuss, as Hank faces his own video game he struggles to break free from. But in actuality, he just needs to find a way to make time for video games and everything else. But then again, Hank has a lot more important things to do than video games. But Hoots, you may ask, how could Hank be addicted to video games when he disapproves of Bobby playing them? Well, let's turn on our consoles and start a new game and begin King of the Hill, Season 11, Episode 8, Grand Theft Arlen. A clever name to call the episode, but we'll find out about that later on. We start with a nice breakfast.
I thought of a new game this morning. A pancake fell on the floor, so I closed my eyes and put it back on one of our plates. Now, I don't know whose plate. I call it Pancake Roulette.
Well, it would be if Peggy wasn't doing that. Who just drops a floor pancake on our random plate? Nasty. Bobby walks in, and we already see Hank's reaction to Bobby playing them video games.
Bobby, I told you no video games at the table.
I know, but this is homework. It's my assignment for PE class. It's for people who don't want to exercise. It's the active electronic lifestyle option.
Man, I wish we Hoots had an active electric lifestyle program when I was a little hootie. Well, okay, to be honest, Dexter never made me do physical fitness. That might explain why I'm such a pudgy hoot. Wait, never mind. Bobby, you have plenty of times to do video games. You got to exercise, then video games. Bobby complains about having to do the presidential fitness, and Hank says he's gonna help him.
Now, don't worry, Bobby. I'll help you train. It'll be great. We'll set goals, design a program, and chart your progress.
You may disagree now, but soon you'll be happy that you exercise while you're young, and you're not a chubby owl eating pizza with delicious Topham cheese, which is extra cheese we Hoots add ourselves after we make a pizza, or anything we add on top of food. I love our Topham cheese. Anyways, let's get back to the review. As Hank drops off Bobby, he spots Principal Moss sneaking into the virtual PE room, and really lets him have it, I tell you what.
What the heck is going on, Carl? I know the divorce hadn't been easy, but that's no reason to take it out on PE.
School board wants more computers in the classroom, and they said this counts. You gotta understand my position, Hank.
Of course Moss would find an easy way around something, and I'm not gonna lie, I'd love to have a video game room instead of PE. What kid in the 90s and 2000s wouldn't? But if it was the case, there would be a lot of overweight adults if this was made a thing everywhere. Now, if this was a thing for a class at the end of the day when you don't have anything to do or study, you could spend the hour testing community college devs games they're making, but not during an important class, physical education. Again, you don't want to see us Hoots doing jumping jacks. It'll be like watching bowling balls bouncing. Puh. No one wants to see that. Hank is introduced to the student teachers that look like they could be stand-ins for another Mike Judge duo.
Hey, that's a sweet hat. Where'd you get it, Urban Outfitters?
I got it at work.
Oh. Do you work at Urban Outfitters?
No, I work at Strickland Propane.
It's not ironic?
You're goddamn right it's not. How in the hell can a hat be ironic?
Check out how aggro this guy is.
Now these two individuals are supposed to be stereotypes of late 90s and early 2000s idiots, but I don't really think they're all that bad. I mean, have you seen the generations after us millennials? And yeah, that might be because I was those two guys. Well, I was born in 92, but I don't think these guys are the worst of Hank's adversaries. Heck, they haven't even made it to Kane Skretterberg levels of annoying yet. But I will say that them making an online GTA style game that added Hank as a main character without asking, I'm not sure if Hank can sue for stolen identity. Lindsay Lohan tried this and failed, and Laurent, the Florida Joker, Sullivan, who threatened to sue Rockstar for using his likeness in GTA 6, but backed out in exchange of voicing the character, which I highly doubt they'll let him. Anyways, Hank is getting mad about them insulting his Strickland hat, and we get one of the funny quotes of the episode.
Dang, I just got shot in the face.
I don't know what's funnier, the way he said it, or the little pout face he makes after. While this is going on, we see Bobby trying to pass the presidential fitness test and can't even do a single sit-up. Don't worry, Bobby. Your dad, Hank, will be there to help you out when you get home. It's not like there will be anything that will stop that from happening. Hank wraps up a phone call when he sees the gaming duo has found his work and is goofing off.
What are you people doing here anyway?
I don't know. You got us curious about propane.
Check it out. Propane's a liquid and a gas.
I know that. I've been stalking that pamphlet since before you were born.
Now the skinny one is named Sam, with the one with the ponytail, trench coat, and, no offense, squirrel tactics, has facial features like a squirrel, named by Beckenmeyer, but I can't find the name for his friend, who I can see his name being something like Carl or Craig. And hearing his impression of Hank repeating
leaky propane tank
sounds almost identical to Nine Rivers' own Ted Wasana-song, and therefore I say the name of the other student is Toby Huss. I wish the King of the Hill wiki would state that. I'm not sure why they didn't. They got the non-speaking characters for the episode, but a character that's in the episode and is one of the two student teachers, he isn't named. Come on, guys. Hank and the boys help Bobby. Hank makes a pull-up bar while Bill helps Bobby with sit-ups, while Con and Min make fun of them.
Maybe he's going to hang up Gribble and beat him until candy comes out.
No, if Gribble had candy inside him, Bobby here would have found it already.
Okay, that was just mean. Well, it was kind of funny. But that was still mean, guys. Come on. Look at Bobby's skill at long jump.
Really? Okay, son. Good effort. Good effort.
Hey, dudes, video game PE's harder than I thought. Do you think you can help me with my homework?
Sorry, Joseph. I gotta jump.
That's right, Bobby. Don't give in to the temptations of the video games. You've got different goals in mind, like passing the presidential fitness test and avoid getting the dreaded black magnet.
a blank magnet.
However, it seems that the game Joseph needs help with is, well, let's just say it was inspired by real events.
This looks like Strickland propane.
See? I can't move my bobtail.
Try pressing the red button. Oh my God, Dad, it's you.
I tell you what.
Again, I don't know if Hank or Buck had a case. I mean, they explain it later on in the episode, but I mean in real life. I'm not a legal expert, but considering the examples I stated earlier, it might be the case that Hank and Buck can't do anything about it. Hank tells the boys about how you shouldn't be able to take their face without asking, and Dale makes a funny Dale statement.
Thank you.
I like Hank's reaction, like, not now, Dale. I wish she would have said something like that, or Dale sees Hank's face and is like, sorry, Hank, in a quieter tone. Hank takes the game to Strickland's and shows Buck.
Those idiot gamers have put features of the Char King onto the Flame Master. This won't stand. We have to do something.
They're exploiting my business for financial gain. Potentially huge, incredible financial gain. Catalog every mention of Strickling propane and other verbiage for which I own or intend to own a copyright.
I won't disagree that it was wrong for Salmon Craig, I'm calling him Craig since no one else is gonna give him a name, to take Hank's likeness and a more buff version of Hank, mind you, but still. However, I'm not gonna act like Bug has a case. This is like Monster trying to sue the devs of Dark Deception and Mortals and Monsters because they think they can copyright the word monster because of their energy drink. Monster lost, by the way, thank Hoot, because I want to see the rest of Dark Deception. Maybe I'll stream the whole game sometimes if it makes it a console. Roger shows Hank how the game works.
Let's go outside.
Oh my God, you just punched that motorist.
I needed a vehicle. Hold on a second. I'm gonna engage these guys.
Engage?
Well, that's the basics. I got delivery to make. Remember, cops are bad.
Now you can see how Roger just gives the controller to Hank. You can tell that Roger plays video games, and also that he knows when to get off the game and to get back to work. This will make sense later on if you haven't seen the episode. I mean, who hasn't seen this amazing episode by now? I hope you have. Anyways, since I trust you fellow Hooties have seen this episode, let's continue, shall we? Hank gives the game a try, and well...
Taste the meat and the heat.
Oh God, I just stabbed a parking attendant. Where's the button to turn myself in?
To be fair on Hank's part, he never picked up a controller and played any kind of video game. He was a quarterback during the 70s, if that means anything. And he was also raised by Cotton I Kill 50 Men Hill. So I don't think he would have given him an Atari or a game console. And I don't know if he would have been interested in it at all. I mean, that's one of the reasons why he thinks Bobby ain't right. But it is funny how he moves a controller thinking it's gonna get the character to move where he wants him to. As Hank arrives home, Dale says what we've all been thinking.
Well, Hank, as you can see, pretty much nothing happens when you're not here.
Hank gets Dale's help with the game as Joseph helps Bobby with his pull-ups.
Try kicking your legs.
How come Bobby never asked for Joseph's help before? I mean, I know Bobby is more times than not lazy, unless it's something he's interested in, which is food, prop comedy, and pop culture. But, wait, I just answered my own question. Moving on. Dale shows Hank and the boys his brain hand technique.
It involves me mentally shutting off my brain and then moving it into my hand.
Oh, come on. If you threw a propane tank at a car, neither one of them would explode.
It's funny how Hank has no idea why they changed the game to have so many check cashing places, aka the places where the character gets money, or probably gun stores, clothing stores, liquor stores. If it's in GTA, chances are it's in propane, which I don't need to explain how GTA was a game that inspired this game. The minimap, weapons by the health bar, Roger stealing a car because he needed one. All the elements are there. All you're missing is running over ladies of the night and getting your money back. Now, since Hank is taking control after he sees the manager modes, he actually takes a hero's approach to the game and helps people rather than what most people do, and instead of destroying and shoot anything and everything, he helps. First by stopping the purse thief.
Oh no, get him, Hank, before he gets away!
Well, this bobtail handles nicely.
Don't chase him, shoot him in the back!
That's not how I do things.
You did it!
Well, that's neat. Hank finally found a game he can play. 4 hours.
You'll never rob a mini mart again, Buster.
You've been promoted to senior manager.
Oh my God, what's next? Regional manager? God dang pimp.
We see the game begin to take hold of Hank as... Wait, how did they know about Alabaster? And yes, it's supposed to be him. It says to be him in the wiki, which is weird that they include little Easter eggs, I guess you can call them, in the game. I wonder if there's a button when Hank gets to his house to get out and drink beer with pixelated versions of the boys. And the NPC Bill would also be depressed because he isn't Hank. It looks like Hank is about to get off the game, and at 4:15 a.m., but the game's siren call is too much for him to resist, and he keeps playing, even playing it at work.
Excuse me, I'm looking to upgrade my grill.
Well, propane is ideal for both home and business.
Okay.
Man, Hank is hooked bad on that game. He definitely played that game all night and went to work. He even brushed off a customer, him sounding like Bobby when he zones out in one of his video games. Just like how Bobby was at the beginning of the episode.
Well, bad news, old top. No need for us to fool around with this game anymore.
What? Why?
Well, there's no money in it. Lawyer says it's in the public domain.
But there are 3 more levels I haven't even seen yet.
Yeah, well, I ain't gonna make any money off it, so quit playing and get back to work.
I know he only told Hank to stop because he can't make money off the game, but it's good that Hank can finally stop playing the... Gasp! Hank! How dare you disobey Buck Strickland, the man who took you out of the jean store and into the beautiful world of propane, the man that you consider more a father figure than, well, your father. Shame! Shame! Meanwhile, Joseph is helping Bobby get ready for the presidential fitness test by giving him the Kleehammer treatment.
Grab the bar, you sissified piece of lady snot! That's what my coach always says. Go, go, go! Almost there! Bobby, you got off the ground.
What was it? Printer paper?
No, construction.
This is why my dad hasn't been around. He wanted me to gut it out. And I did.
But we all know why he isn't helping Bobby with his fitness test. And Hank was all about helping before he got a taste of the propane. And I don't mean the smooth burning fuel that Hank loves so much. Bobby manages to do a full push-up and runs to Peggy, excited about his achievement.
Mom, I did a push-up, a real-life push-up. Not a lady one either. I gave 110% and I gotta go tell Dad.
Look how excited Bobby was to show Hank about his great achievement. But let's see if Hank is happy for him.
My face was on the ground, and then I started pushing. And then, when I opened my eyes, the ground was moving away from my face.
Uh-huh.
Want to see me do a push-up without bending my knees?
One more punk and I am regional manager.
Hank, what are you doing? Your son is doing push-ups. Well, okay, just one push-up, but still, you need to see what he's doing and be happy for him. He's even doing another one, and you can't take 2 seconds to see? Thankfully, Peggy is there to witness this and tells Hank off for missing this amazing moment.
Why'd you do that?
To be dramatic.
Well, quick, if you plug it back in, it might start where I left off.
A woman knows when her husband has an addiction, Hank. A woman who reads Parade magazine knows.
What? No, you're overreacting.
Am I? You have any idea how your son's doing? Or the lawn?
Nothing's wrong with the lawn.
Hank, there's a brown spot. And there's also a brown spot on your son.
What?
You kind of lost me there with the brown spot thing too, but wait till you see Bobby's progress and he might get the metaphor.
I'm lunging. I'm feeling the burn.
Was Bobby just doing lunges? Oh my God, you're right. I didn't realize killing a man with my bare thumbs would change me so much. I'll quit.
Prove it. Trash that controller.
Come on, Peggy. You know what to do. Tell him something on your magazine.
Ask Marilyn says that people who own fancy electronics are called technosexuals.
Take it.
There you go, Peggy. I'm not sure if that's even a thing, but that was the best thing to tell him, I tell you what. Hank tries to help, but you can tell he's jonesing for some propane. And I ain't talking about that smooth burning. Hank acts like Bobby earned a break. And what does he suggest as a break?
And for your reward, go get your Game Boy.
Dad, nice try.
I haven't seen this kind of withdrawal since Keeping Up with Our Joneses. Just how he looks at the game, wanting to play, but not being able to because he might get caught. Aww, poor Hank. Can't do your job because the game is so close, and yet it might as well be on the other side of the universe. And yeah, I remember that I myself had a hard time working on this review because of the wonder that is No Man's Sky. But I'm not fighting the urge now. And yet, I can hear the universe calling my hooted name, calling me to explore. You'll find those ship parts to make your Hoot cruiser. You just gotta keep exploring and playing. That review will get made eventually. Just a little more time exploring and establishing more artillery bases on more planets. And avoid the drones until you get stronger. No! I must keep going. I must review! Back to the alley. Dale is being Dale.
I figured out how to drink my beer through osmosis.
Yeah.
While Hank has some good old copium.
Yeah, that game was way too easy anyway. The designers could have bumped it up a notch.
You are coping and seething. You just can't accept what you're seeing.
But Bill decides to tell Hank about the online mode.
You can do that?
Yeah, I'm not very good. There are too many Hanks on the screen. I never know which one to listen to.
I didn't know playing online was even an option. There's a smudge on my glasses.
I'm so buzzed.
Hank, there's no smudge. You're going to get the controller and play the game. Even Ladybird is giving you the look of disappointment.
Don't judge me, Ladybird.
You most certainly can judge him, Ladybird. Shame, Hank. Shame! Peggy hears the sounds of propane and catches him in the act.
Not my pimp cup.
How could you, Hank?
All right, how about this? I'll only play one night a week after work. I won't even watch TV.
No.
Well, what about you? You have hobbies. You play Boggle. Let's talk about that.
And I'm gonna say this now. I don't agree with Peggy's statement that she's about to say.
You will not turn this around on me. I married a man, Hank, not a gamer.
Okay, Peggy, first of all, it's a video game. It's not that deep. Second, Hank can have his hobbies. The same with you having hobbies. It's about moderation. This is such an old and outdated way of looking at gamers. Yeah, this was from the 2000s when gamers were still made fun of, and to an extent are still. But the problem isn't him playing video games, it's him being addicted to video games. Do I think Hank would be a gamer if the game wasn't about propane? Of course not. But don't make being a gamer out like being some kind of leper or outcast. At least that's my hooded opinion. Desperate to stop Hank's addiction, she goes to the game devs to help.
My husband, Hank, is addicted to your propane game. I need your help to get him to stop.
Well, don't worry. It'll fall out of style. Only like 6 people still play it.
Yeah, things don't fall out of style for Hank.
There's only 2 things that will stop a gamer from gaming. Boredom or humiliation. Though 2% stop because of seizures.
Hank is incapable of boredom or seizures. But humiliation...
And how will Peggy get Hank to stop playing after he's defeated basically everyone in the game?
Escúchame.
You?
Gasp! It's Peggy! She's playing the game? Well, you're a hypocrite. Oh, wait, she's here to stop Hank. What? How can she just tank all them hits? She's cheating!
Why won't you die?
I am invincible.
That's cheating. Tell me how.
The programmers who made the game put me in commissioner mode.
What?
There is no one above me, and I cannot be killed. And once this commissioner explodes itself, that is the end of the game. Forever.
No, Peggy! Think of the power you wield, Peggy. All those can grovel at your feet. All the pimps you can destroy, or... who am I kidding? Delete the game, Pegleg.
Well, thank you, Peggy. Feels good to blink.
Well, that's all well and good. But what of Bobby in the presidential fitness test? Bobby is able to do a pull-up.
Good job, Hill. You need 2 more to pass.
Sorry, Coach. That's all I got.
Take your Bagnet.
Well, he may have failed, but because he practiced the whole time and not played video games like Hank, he was able to do 1 more pull-up than the others that took the test, and that is something. Joseph was also playing video games, but I really doubt he had any problems with the fitness test. But anyways, that was King of the Hill, Season 11, Episode 8, Grand Theft Arlen. I hope you enjoyed the episode. Now again, there's nothing wrong with being a gamer. It's about moderation and not letting something take over your life. That's with anything in life. But what do you guys think? As always, you fellow Hooties' opinion and feedback mean a lot, and I can't thank you all Hooties enough for all of your support. I hope to see you for my next video or stream, and when you visit the gallery again, and I get my Hoot in the dark. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like the video, share with your fam, subscribe today and join the Parliament of Hoots, and also comment what you thought of the review. What are your opinions on said episode? Let me know in the comment section below. Your guys' opinion means so much to me, new viewers, and fellow Hooties. Check out the videos below, it'll take you to more of my content, and follow my other social medias, including Instagram, Twitch, and also Twitter, or X. Until next time, guys, I'll see you when you visit the gallery again, and I get my Hoot in the dark.